Hello, hello. What's up, everybody? What's going on? How's everybody on this Friday? Mm, Hope everybody's having a good day. It's a nice day outside. Kind of muggy, but any day above ground is a good day. So we take it as a victory. Well, who's ever's gonna be watching, let me know how we sounding. We sound good. Probably won't be on here long. Uh, just got home and uh and been gone all day yesterday. Just really enjoying my real first day off of my little mini vacation. So I went out last night and had a good time with the Cheesecake Factory. I ain't been there in years, and all that kind of stuff with the Cool Springs, and I ain't been in that mall in years. And yeah, it's been a fun little day here. We just got in, uh, trying to trying to get the little show together today. I really don't have what I wanted to give you. Uh, I'm gonna say that for a little later, but I'm gonna get to it. Uh, I really just wanted to come on and put something on, uh, something decent because I didn't get to do a show yesterday because I was out on a date and whatever. So I wanted to come in today and just have some open conversation. Let y'all tell me what y'all want to talk about. What y'all want to talk about today? What's on the What's on the mind of the people today? What y'all got going on today? We just maxing and relaxing, waiting for the 4th of July. Is that what we waiting on? Are we just out enjoying the weather? Are we out stuck in traffic? Y'all tell me what's going on today. The art of forgiveness. The art of forgiveness. Ah, ah, that's a tough one. But okay, art of forgiveness. Oh, hey, Cookie. I just told my friend last night I'm gonna call you. Cookie, you free tomorrow? I'm gonna call you tomorrow if you free. How you doing, Cookie? Sorry, sorry, y'all. I forgot to post the link. There it is. Uh, yeah. Hey, Cookie. Uh, uh, art of see, when you talk about the art of forgiveness, see, a lot of us, especially us that were born in the Bible Belt, we talk, forgive a man. Okay, I'm gonna call you tomorrow, Cookie. I promise. I just told my friend. I said I'm gonna call my cousin Cookie because I had thought about y'all, and I said I hadn't talked to her in a while. I said I'm gonna call her and see how she doing. Okay, I'm gonna call you tomorrow. because I'm off tomorrow for the first time, and this is my first weekend off in 2 years. But anyway, we learn from the Bible. We're supposed to forgive and forget and cast it into the sea of forgetfulness and stuff. But see, I in my older age, I'm starting to struggle with that a little bit. Like, you forgive somebody for doing something to you. Okay, cool. See, I guess I'm different, because my thing is this. If I tell you straight up and down, hey, I got a problem when you do A, B, and C, or I got a problem with you doing this right here. Can you please correct this behavior and we can still be cool? Or B, if you can't correct it, I got to bounce. So to me, with forgiveness, I think it's more important to forgive yourself than to forgive other people. I mean, that's just me in my older age. I've had to, you had to forgive in life in order to move on and stuff. But, people do silly stuff every day. And I'll say this, at work, and this happened actually just Wednesday night. A guy walks, they walking a guy out, he's drunk, it was closed, we're trying to get the place cleared out. This guy's mad, he's upset because this old man fell out of the damn chair on his own, hit his face. And then he turns around and calls all the guys niggas. Now, clearly it don't bother me anymore, but I can see why I would still bother the other guys. And so, and first thing, everybody is, oh man, I'm sorry. If they want to apologize for the guy. And so do you forgive that? Like, how can you forgive for somebody that they they didn't say I'm sorry? They don't really mean it when they say I'm sorry. They just going through the motions of saying I'm sorry, so you'll be cool with them again, or you'll accept them again. So that's why it's like, for me, I struggle with that component now. I'm more so at 40 and going into 41, I'm more so concerned on avoiding making the same silly mistakes, so I don't have to ask for forgiveness. Yeah, no, it ain't that do you forgive him, is that he didn't even apologize. His entourage is apologizing for him. That happens a whole lot of work. They'll say something stupid, they'll pop off, and then they'll come back. The wife, if it's the wife popping off, the husband will come back, oh, I'm sorry about that. If the husband popping off, it's the wife, oh, I'm sorry about that. Or if it's a big group, usually somebody, if the bride going crazy, the bridesmaids will come, oh, I'm so sorry. I don't understand how saying I'm sorry predicates forgiveness. Can you forgive everything? I don't think you really can. I mean, I know that's what we taught. I know that's what the Bible says to do, but I think some things are unforgivable. Some things you just don't do. Like when you assault somebody's family, their children, their family, their wife, that's unforgivable. How can I forgive you for that? You my homeboy, I'm married, and you go and you try to touch my wife, or you molest my wife, or you rape my wife, how can I forgive you for that? If I trust you with my children, which is very few people in this world that can say I trusted them with my children. I trust them with my children, and then I don't care about you whooping their ass. I tell you, the kids in front of you, whoop his ass if he act up. But you fondling my child or something like that, you rape my child, I can't forgive you for that. I'm sorry. We had a man the other day that was spitting off the roof. I put him out. He didn't have no problem going. It was his friend. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for him. He had dip in his mouth. He didn't know. I'm like, brother, that's common sense. Like, you 40 feet up. If you spit, naturally it's going to land down on the ground. Ain't nothing around us but people, cars, property. You don't spit like that. Your mama should have taught you, you don't just openly spit. There's 100 million cups in here. Spit in the cup, spit in the trash can. Hell, spit on the ground right in front of you. Why are you spitting off the roof? I'm like, we have children out here on weekends. People will try. Imagine somebody spitting 40 feet down and it lands on your baby. Do you forgive that? And I told the dude, I said, hell, if somebody spit on me and they 40 feet up. I hope somebody has enough love and compassion for me to pick that dude up and throw him off the roof too. You know, oh, that's a little extreme. No, it ain't extreme. Spitting is nasty. Spitting is disrespectful. You know, I'd rather you hit me, slap me, say something bad about my mama. Don't spit on me, and damn sure you better not spit on my kids because I'm gonna kill you. So I just can't. I don't know. I don't know about that forgiveness thing. I mean, that's a broad thing. Can you forgive you know, infidelity? Can you forgive the betrayal? I mean, I heard people say, you know, I forgave him, I forgave her, we moving on, we trying to build and all that stuff, and you know, that sounds good, but are you really over it? Aren't you gonna always think to yourself, you know, if they don't answer the phone, if they don't answer your text when you hitting them up, you know, are you still searching for stuff? I agree, Cookie. You're right, cousin Cookie. Yeah, they're showing who they really are. So it's like, how can I forgive you when you just really being you? I mean, I don't know. Y'all want to call in, hit the link, and we can rap on it a little bit. I mean, I like I said, I done got to the point I can't forgive everything. You I you forgive your history so that it doesn't affect your destiny. That's why I say I think it starts with yourself. I mean, we all come from something. You know, I just told my friend after she dropped me off, I said, you know, we didn't come from the best, but I didn't come from the worst. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't want that for my kids at all. You know, I wanted them to have options. I wanted to have choices. I wanted them to have more pathways than I did. And I think every parent wants that. But you know, I had to start somewhere so I can give them something to start from. And so we all had to come from something. We're gonna do stuff that, I mean, we're human, we're mortal, we're gonna do some things that people may not understand and might not work out in our favor sometimes. And I've learned in my lifetime the hardest person to forgive is me. And you know, how do you say I'm sorry to yourself? You know what I'm saying? Or how do you say I forgive you for being a dumbass or being stupid? You know, and I've had that several them conversations several times with myself. I always tell everybody, uh, when you wake up and you look in that mirror, don't just stand in there for a second and throw water on your face and brush your teeth. No, you need to spend some time staring into that mirror, standing and looking into that person that's looking back at you, because that's the person that you got to deal with. Because we are always putting on stuff, and oh, thank you, Lord, I feel my help coming now. We always put on these makeups and these wigs and weaves and bonnets and uh, whatever have you to go out here and to face the world, and we show the world what we want them to see, and sometimes and we come home and we show our families what we want them to see, but in the midnight hour, it's you got to wrestle with. You the one got to tussle with you. Did you make all the right decisions? Did you treat somebody with kindness? Did you treat them with disrespect when you could have been kind to them? Yes, the bonnet. Uh, did you give your best? That's something I've been really pushing towards myself, just my own kind of mantra. Did you give your best effort today? Can you be satisfied with what you put out there today? Did you represent your family well today? Did you represent your mother well? Did you represent your father well? You know, are you something that your kids can look at it as example? That's something that you have to answer to every day. And when I fall short, you know, I beat myself up on that. And that's why I say forgiving yourself is the hardest part, but I think that's the first step. It starts with yourself. You got to know when to say, hey, I didn't have it today. I didn't have my best stuff. Just like the other day, I was sick. Hell, I was falling out on my feet almost. And finally, I was like, hey, I can't go. I got to go home. I can't give my best. You know, so I mean, hey, it happens. You know. But y'all tell me what y'all think. My mouth a little parched. Y'all excuse me. I feel like a pastor now. Y'all know he really getting ready to preach when he take a little swig of that water right quick. He getting ready to tune it up. But yeah, forgiveness is that's a deep thing. Whew, man, meditation. I don't know if I do meditation more so. I just take a really deep and long. I don't even know how long I stand there sometimes. I put my contacts in and I just stand there and I stare and I go over my checklist. You know, are you prepared? Are you at your best? Or are you what frame of mind are you in? Are you in a mood to help people today? And sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I'm not my friendliest. And those are the days like when I check myself early, I recognize, okay, I don't need to be in the forefront today. I need to step back. I need to take a different kind of route today. I don't need to be the guy in the front making all the decisions and greeting these people because, a job I got, I'm front and center. And so yeah, you got to I check those things off. Uh, you know, uh, have you talked to your children today? Have you tried to talk to your kids today? Uh, you know, have you prayed today? What's your where's your strength at? Where's your mind at? Uh, all those things. What's prevalent today? What's important to you today? Those are the things I focus on when I stare in that mirror. And most of the time, my quiet times is when I get home from work and I'm winding down, I'm taking stuff off, and I take off work. One thing I never do is I never bring work home. I've never done that. I never bring work home. No matter how bad the day was, no matter how good my day was at work, I never bring it home. I always felt like what happened when I leave this house stays outside this house. And when I get back in here, this is my fortress of solitude. I don't mind being by myself in the quiet, or hell, if I got the TV on or I've turned some music on or something, I feel like that's my time, because when I'm out there, I'm giving these people, 12 hours. That's half a day. You know, if you talk up how much time you actually give other people and how little bit you give yourself, you'd be surprised. So I do believe in winding down, hell, being lazy if need be, and giving yourself some time, because you are due some time. Especially like you said, if you're a parent or if you're a caretaker or something like that, you definitely need to have time to separate yourself from the outside world, from people, from things, whatever, and just be you. Just sit in yourself, and whatever it is you like to do. If you like to sit in quiet, cool. If you like watch movies, watch your movies. Whatever floats your boat. You do deserve to give yourself some time, because like I said, I'm putting in 12-hour shifts at work. And I believe in that too. Hey, when my 12 hours is up, I'm gone. Once I hit that clock, once I clock out, it's time to go. Absolutely. What's up, Mont? Yeah, I can't give everybody else more time than I give me my time, because once I break down, hey, what's up, sister? Yeah, once you break down, and I've learned this from my own experience, when my body started breaking down and I couldn't, people had to help me to be me, then I knew then, hey, no, this ain't gonna work like this. I got to have time for me. I got to put me at the forefront of this thing, because I can't give you more than somebody else is willing to give back to me. Now, when I'm out there in the world and I'm out there on the front stage, I put in them 12 hours with no complaints and do what I'm supposed to do. But after them 12 hours is up, no, I'm not sitting around, hanging around, talking, chopping it up. And ain't no disrespect to my coworkers. I love them to death. But one thing I'm not gonna do is sit around and chew the fat. We can walk and talk while I'm trying to get up out of there. But no, I'm not gonna give more than more time than required, because I still got a family. I still got me, and those things are most important. Absolutely, sister. You can't pour from an empty cup.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
On the drive home, I listened to a lot of stuff, but one thing that actually was TD Jakes. I ain't gonna tell you who he was talking to because you don't like her, but he was saying that you have to understand that your history, if you keep holding on to that, it's gonna affect your destiny. And he was saying that you gotta understand that, like with parents or loved one spouse or whatever, you're looking for them to like give you the love or whatever it is, the care or the attention, but you might be a 10-gallon person, but they may be only a pint, and they may be giving above, what they have the quantity to give or quality. And, I was like, wow, because, he was like, you looking for all this overflowing or over whatever of you might be a 10-gallon person, and the person you done attached to, they just don't have the capacity. So you can either, I don't know, it's kind of like he was like, you can accept it and just know that they're doing the best that they can. But the topic was about forgiveness, so that's what made me say that. But that was good. And so somebody was like, so how do you function when you're a 10-gallon person? And he pretty much he didn't really necessarily answer it, but he was just more like, just identify the type of person you are, and it'll help you. You know.
Wait a minute, who was he talking to?
Oh Jesus, Oprah.
Oh shit.
See, I told you I didn't want to tell you. So, see, see, but I was listening to TDJ. See, you ain't want to listen now. I like Oprah. Can you just go on what I said? It was TD Jakes, man. I'm only talking about what TD Jakes said. I ain't saying nothing about what she said. And it's what people in the audience asking. So, yeah, you done gave up.
Why do we still support Oprah? That's my question.
A lot of people don't.
They shouldn't.
Look, can we stick to what you were talking about?
I just asking the question.
I, I'm crazy about her, so it ain't gonna be nothing that she can pretty much do wrong in my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I just do. I done already told you my whys. But
Mm-hmm.
as a kid, that's all I seen that looked like me that was positive. So
She's
that's it.
positive.
As a child, when I was looking at television, Oprah was a very positive dark skinned lady. Like I said, it was her and Hope and the lady that used to be on Channel 8. She just recently passed away, but you really didn't see anyone darker than chocolate on TV that wasn't in a mammy role or a derogatory role. She was, like, oh wow, she was on the news.
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
For some reason, my Facebook feed went out. I'm trying to see why.
Yeah, you're frozen on there. And we didn't see anyone darker than chocolate on TV that wasn't in a mammy. I just heard myself replay.
Uh,
Um,
all right, I think I'm back.
okay. But yeah, I mean that was just it. That's it. But it was mainly forgiveness because a lot of times you can be in situations and you be like, man, why don't I get this back? and you realize that that person really ain't capable of it, especially like with parents and stuff. You be like, why this, why that, why this, why that? But they may have done the absolute best that they could do, you know.
So
And instead of holding it, just forgive it.
is this a personal journey for you?
Forgiving, it was enlightening. It was enlightening. I can't think of say the word. It was
Enlightening?
yes, to hear on the ride home because you can go day in, day out. You just going, 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 and you be like, why this, why that, why this, why that, and I ain't gonna do this, I ain't gonna do that, and then you run across that little golden nugget. Well, it's actually a big nugget. You run across that jewel, and it's like it was refreshing. You know what I'm saying? It was refreshing because it was like, you know what? I don't have to necessarily think about it as much. I don't have to beat myself up as much about it because if you felt that you went about something in the right way and you didn't get the results or ended up getting hurt or damaged or broken in it, but then when you come across something that says you could be, a whole gallon bucket and this was just a 8 ounce, you know, bucket. I mean, how did you expect your whole gallon to fit into that? It's not, So it was refreshing to hear. So I mean, I could definitely use that from here to the end of the time for me. For me,
Is there anyone that you're wanting to forgive, or did you feel
shit,
like you feel like you need forgiveness from, or
I wouldn't even go that deep to say forgiveness from because a lot of people feel vindicated and justified on how they treat you. So with that, I do not waste any brain cells on that. Because like if it's family or something like that, the phone works both ways. You can always call, and especially in today's time, you got text message, you got social media, heck, you even got this. Like I've actually talked to you more through this year. No, I can't say this year, but we've talked a lot more this way than anything, recently. But it's so many avenues and ways to connect with people. So if somebody chooses to cut me off or no longer associate, I'm totally fine with it because they may feel, oh, well, she did, she did. You don't know what people are going through. But
well,
as far, Mhm.
well, I'm gonna say this, and I know this ain't gonna be very, very popular,
Yeah,
especially among women.
mm.
But y'all forgive me. Uh, Women have a problem apologizing or even admitting that they're wrong,
Yeah,
and I don't know why that is, but it's almost like asking them to kill their firstborn to admit that they wrong or they out of line. And
hmm
because see, I got into a debate earlier today
mm.
when that young girl run track got in trouble for smoking weed.
Jehovah Jireh.
And see, the first part of the debate was, well, not all I said was, well, it's obvious she didn't have the right guidance in her life
Praise him. Her circle of influence.
to tell her, hey, listen, I know you're hurting, but this ain't the way to
Hmm.
do it because you got to look at your future, especially as a track and field Olympic athlete. You only
Yes,
get in Olympics every 4 years.
yes,
And so your time is very, very precious because it ain't like you got a next season and all this kind of stuff. You're a professional now. You're not in college anymore.
right.
And uh, then the conversation swerved to other areas of, well, now you judging her.
No, that's not
And
what
I'm
you
like, I'm
said.
not judging her. I'm just saying if I was her father, speaking as a man and old enough to be this girl's daddy, I would tell her, baby, I know you heard that your mama died. Okay. But there's not enough weed on this planet
Praise
that's
him.
gonna soothe you enough to where you're gonna be okay to deal with your mama being gone.
Yeah,
Because once your
yes,
mama gone, uh, there's a whole different level of pain that you can't even prepare yourself to experience. So uh, that was the advice I would have given her. Think about your career, think about what you need to do. Mama's gone, you got to still be here. So
right.
smoking weed is not the problem. It's not the smartest thing to do. to calm your nerves or whatever. Sometimes you just got to cry stuff out. You just got to feel bad. And I think that's a component that we lack in today's society, is that we don't teach to feel anymore. We don't, especially our daughters. I'm starting to notice that we don't teach our daughters to go through those emotions of being disappointed and being let down and being hurt, because we don't want to see them be hurt. And
it's a numbing.
yeah,
It's
we don't
numb.
want to see them cry. We don't want to see them be that's part of life. If Jesus cried, why can't we cry?
Right.
But and then I got upset. Now this is where I'm leading to this point. She's on a national news station. I forgot what she was on, but nevertheless, she's sitting there on national TV, and her smoke detector is beeping. And I'm thinking to myself, girl, you ain't got enough sense to jump up there and put a battery in that thing. You on national TV with your smoke detector beeping.
Beep.
And the girl says, oh, there you go. You going to call her ratchet. I know you going to talk about it. I know you going to do that. And I'm like, I ain't said a word. You wrong. She couldn't apologize for that. I'm not going to. I said what I said. All that kind of stuff. So in order for there to be forgiveness, there got to be an understanding that, hey, I was wrong.
Right.
And to me, that's more important than any kind of forgiveness I can give anybody. Because like my cousin Cookie said, ultimately, the forgiveness got to come from God. Me telling you, hey, I forgive you, what can that do for you? I mean, I know sometimes it might make us feel a little better at the moment. It rids us of the guilt, rather, I would say. But, you got to forgive, you got to make it right with you, and you got to make it right with the Lord, whoever your God is. That's what, to me, that's what you got to make it right with.
Yeah, like one thing you said, you don't know why it's so hard for women to apologize. It became easier for me to do it. Like me and you talking in this conversation, and let's say I start the conversation on fire as fuck. But then I realized, you know what, Ted, you just snapped off on him for no reason. About 15, 20 minutes in, I'm like, you know what, man, I was dead ass wrong for how I did it. And I've done it before. You be like, oh man, it's cool. I know you were venting. I didn't take no whatever, but I at least took the time to acknowledge that I was wrong. But it comes easier once you start doing it. It kind of it flows better, and you can identify your wrongs sooner. But if you never start that journey of saying, you know what, I was wrong. You know what, I apologize. I had to apologize to a coworker yesterday. I was on the elevator and I hadn't seen him. And I was like, man, why were you out? And before I knew it, I was like, damn, I'm wrong. And he kind of paused and he like, I had COVID. When I got up to my computer, I emailed him. I said, look, I did not mean to get in your business. I wasn't trying to be nosy. I said, I was just genuinely happy to see you. And I said, I wasn't trying to get in your business. I was like, happy to see you back and everything's fine. But even in that moment, it didn't sit right with me because that's private. It was none of my dang business why that man went to work. But I didn't mean it that way. But once you are vulnerable enough to say, I'm wrong, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. Ooh, I was wrong. I did come off wrong. Until you get that vocabulary in your system, I don't know, but I think some women they just don't do it because it's a very vulnerable spot, and for whatever reason that they walled up, balled up, and tangled up, they just don't want to let that enter daylight in. They don't want to do that Coach Fish. They don't want to let that enter daylight in. Because it's like vulnerable. Like, ooh, if I do this, but they don't realize that behavior, that cycle, that repetitive ratchet mouth or harsh mouth or hard tongue, that you can't repair that. The only thing that can repair that is you not doing it. So
well, I think that's a learned. Those are all learned traits. The two that you never hear your mother say I'm sorry, even if she do be wrong sometimes.
right,
What are you gonna do?
never say it.
Thank you.
Never say it. Are your arms folded?
Huh?
Like your arms are folded.
Picking at this scab has been bothering me.
Lord. But it yeah, that saying I'm sorry, that goes deeper. But I mean it's maybe a couple of people that I would love to sit down and be like, why? But then at the same time, I get so much peace and joy and and calmness knowing that
Okay,
I didn't disrespect them. Well,
okay. Who and why do you want to have these conversations with?
because I felt like they crucified me when I was nothing but a child, or I was a child that grew into a teenager that grew into an adult, and they still are holding me at that child state when I'm a grown ass woman. I'm not that person.
I mean, are you comfortable enough to say who?
Nah, you would figure it out. It's a female. She can't stand my guts. But it's just one of those things. She has seriously ostracized me. I'm 41. And out of my 41 years, she's physically been in my life. I don't know. I mean, of my knowing, I can't say anything before five, the age of five, but you know, she just, I don't know, with so much of light. But it's like I know she can't stand my damn guts, so I just stay away.
Is
You
that an
know,
issue
for what an issue?
that she can't stand you?
Is it an issue for me?
Yeah.
Reword it.
I mean, obviously it's a problem.
Well, I mean, right. So why you asking? I mean, I don't get it.
I
But
mean, well, I mean, I guess I should have said, why is it an issue? I mean, you're grown now.
well, you asked, is there someone that I would sit down, or is there anyone in particular or whatever?
Right.
I mean that person came to mind. I mean, I don't know.
Do you want a reconciliation?
I think it's too far gone for that.
So then why
I
have this
think,
conversation?
I guess because I asked you about forgiveness, but that wasn't the person I was thinking about when I said it. It's just when you said that, I was like, well, if I had to think, there are multiple people, you know, but I really wasn't
Hmm.
thinking that deep into it because you just realize you just learn to move on and go on because it's like history and people is in them, and for whatever reason she has, it was way before me. You know, I think she could just cast it out onto me, but it was way before me, and that's what makes me okay with it because it for it to be that deep, it's not about me. You know,
Mm.
yeah.
Mm. Well, I didn't want to be on here long today. I just wanted to come on and touch bases with the fan base, and see what was going on. Oh, I'll probably do a show tomorrow, around the same time, and I'm gonna get into what I really want to talk about, and that's Zaquaviana. We're gonna talk about Zaquavion's evil twin sister, probably more evil twin, and
Oh my.
we're gonna discuss and break down the components of a Zaquaviana, and if you recognize these traits within yourself or within your significant other, uh, then we're gonna give you some. Hopefully, we'll have some tools and some things to give you to work with to combat the spirit of Zaquaviana, because we have to remove Zaquavians and Zaquavianas. We got to start getting away from them, even though they are learning tools and they are a necessary part of life. I think we have to start limiting the amount that's really out here because it's getting ridiculous. And
They might be learning to, but they also stumbling blocks.
uh,
Huge ones.
well,
Huge ones.
absolutely, absolutely. I mean, I saw a girl last week with some old fashioned plastic bottom not even the fuzzy slippers, the old granny slip-in house shoes with the plastic hard bottoms that you get your ass whooped with, and will pull the meat off your leg when she hits you with it, and then it burn and stuff. So yeah, we got some work to do, but like I said, hopefully tomorrow we'll get in here about the same time and really get into that conversation, because I'm not going to do nothing on Sunday. I want everybody, if you're going to celebrate the 4th, go ahead and celebrate it and enjoy it, whatever. Because you damn sure didn't celebrate Juneteenth, but that's a whole nother topic. But we thank y'all for tuning in and participating, and we'll